Hello, you beautiful people. So this is the video part 2 for having that feeling of emptiness and that incompleteness. So I wanted to talk about this topic again because I feel like in my first video, we only spoke about certain issues that are affected by having this feeling of incompleteness and emptiness, but this can also affect us in relationships. So if I feel incomplete, I'm going to be seeking and searching for someone to complete me. And especially with women, we have this belief, my knight in shining armor, whether you are, into men or into women, it doesn't really matter, but someone is going to come and save me. Someone is there to complete me. And also something that I used to find adorable when my ex-partner used to say, oh, my other half, which that's very sweet and endearing, but we're not halves that complete each other. We are a whole, we are complete. And when we are with the person that we love and adore, our completeness is we just enjoy each other's happiness, enjoy each other's essence and beauty and so on. No one completes you, you complete you. And that is why this therapy or finding a therapy to let go of some old beliefs that don't serve you anymore, because having a belief that if I don't have a man, then I won't be financially successful. If I don't have a man, then I'm worth nothing. If I don't have a woman at my side, then no one will approve of me. If I don't have a woman at my side, then how can I? All of these ifs and what ifs and so on that are actually really limiting us. And it's very sad to see, because I see this everywhere, that I have people around me that are looking for partners, and they are seeking this other person. And when you seek something so desperately, you're actually not going to find that person, because there are issues there. There's an internal conflict, right? So what can we do to fill ourselves up with goodness, with beauty, with light, with love, with all of these things that are positive that we expect someone else to do, when really you need to be the one that builds you up. You need to be the one that comforts you. You need to be your own source of money, of love, of kindness, of protection, of safety, and all of this. Because what if that person isn't there anymore? You never know what happens in life. What if you lose that person? What if you break up? What are you going to do then? Then you're going to be left with a feeling of emptiness, because you put all your eggs in one basket, and you expect them to fix it all for you. And that can't be a healthy relationship, because you're putting a lot of pressure on a future relationship if you expect this person to give you unconditional love and happiness at all times, because you're the one who needs to give yourself that. And once you have fully achieved that you are happy by yourself, that you are happy with who you are, you feel at peace, you feel a completeness, then the right person will come along and sweep you off your feet. And then you can have all of that. You can have that beauty, that love, that unconditional. Of course, it's wonderful to share your life with someone, but they are not the ones who are responsible for making you happy. And we make that mistake a lot. And also as parents, we think I am responsible for my child's happiness. And we become a little bit over, controlling, and we don't let our children really play with themselves, because we feel like, I need to make sure that they're happy at all times. Of course, we need to meet our children's needs. We need to make sure that they are safe, that they are well nourished, that they are loved, that they experience happiness. But they also need to be taught that they are their own source of love, that they are the ones that need to, fill themselves up with happiness. So, this starts at an early age, and be very careful of what you say to your children, because it will stick with them. So in my family, I think we were told that, the man is the provider, and without a man, you may not succeed, and so on. And so I had to really let go of those old beliefs. And of course, that's not like that in every family. I'm not saying that every woman has that belief, But, you know, another typical thing that is said, money doesn't grow on trees, or boys don't cry. You know, these are all limiting beliefs that we were told that then limit men. They can't be emotionally available. They can't be vulnerable because they weren't allowed to, because it was seen as a weakness to be vulnerable. And actually, I've mentioned this before, that's why I love giving sessions to men, because they are finally able to unburden themselves and to cry and to let out all of that stuff that they weren't able to when they were children, because they were told, you do not cry, boys don't cry, men have to be strong, and you're a man now, my dear child, who's 6 years old, you know? So I know I've just gone on a tangent and completely left that whole topic of feeling empty. So I'm going to bring myself right back. I just feel like this is something that keeps coming up, and feeling empty, or become aware of your physical body, because our emotions sit in our physical body and we're not aware of them. So maybe next time you feel triggered about something, feel into that feeling and really see, like, where do I feel this sadness? What does it feel like? Does it feel like an emptiness? Ask yourself, because you have your answers. The brilliance of doing therapy with me is that obviously I will ask you these questions and it will flow, and I'll be a guide, and it will be a lot easier. But you are also your own therapist. You can ask yourself these questions, especially when you're in a very relaxed state. So let's say you're lounging on the sofa and you're a little bit bored and you've got nothing else to do. And you maybe remind yourself of something that triggered you that day, or something negative that happened that really upset you, and feel, and I know it's uncomfortable, but feel into that feeling and ask yourself, do I feel incomplete? Do I feel empty? And sometimes if you really take your time and breathe and just listen, your mind will answer you. It's not always the case, and I'm not saying that you're going to magically heal yourself by doing this, but it's a great start to become aware of your thought patterns, of how you feel, where do you feel these emotions, and maybe if you feel an emptiness or an incompleteness. And also in relationships, have a look at, what were my past relationships like? What's my relationship like now? I mean, is this someone that I want to be with forever? If so, great. How can I improve the relationship? By improving myself. Because when we change, when we transform, when we heal ourselves, people around us seem to change too. And yes, it is true that we can't change anybody else, right? We can't change how they react or respond to us, but we can change. And when we heal, we may not be as triggered by other people, and they might not treat us the same way because we don't give them the reaction that they expect. So this is the part 2, and I'm very excited that I was able to do this today. And thank you, that special person that made me aware of this. You know who you are. So you know where to contact me if you'd like to work on a feeling of incompleteness and emptiness, or even seeking the right relationship, finding out what's blocking me from finding someone who, who will love me unconditionally, who will give me a balanced relationship, a harmonious relationship. How do I become my own source of love, and so on? If this is something that you'd like to work on, then feel free to go to my website, leliahypnosis.com, and book a free call, and we can talk about it, and you can ask me anything you like about RTT and therapy. All my love, have a wonderful, magical day. And anyone who is not in Spain right now, it is very windy, it is raining, my road is like a wind tunnel, and the walls are vibrating. It's not really the walls, it's just the windows, but hey ho, I like to exaggerate a little bit. So have a wonderful day. I'm sending you so much sunshine, and I will hopefully speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.